Hello and welcome to the Tuesday night Adventure Highway Sleuths in Ysgard stream. My name is Blake Komar and I am the Dungeon Master for this evening. I would like to introduce our cast for the night, starting with, I would say, the person just above me. Their square is resting on my head if you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch. I will say, Brittany, introduce yourself and your character.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany Redkma. I play the Battlesmith Artificer Zari, who's trying to keep the group alive at this point. No
Yeah,
running into dangerous castles. No running.
you're a team player, and it shows. I'm sure it's appreciated. As we go to the right of Brittany's position, we have Sarah. Tell us about yourself and your character.
Hi, my name is Sarah Massa, and I play Carlotta Tealeaf, also known as Carl. She's a halfling gunslinger who is also a lycanthrope now, which is very exciting. And we're going to see what today brings.
Fantastic. And just below Sarah, to my, I guess, right, if you're watching the screen, we have Kyle. A little about yourself and your character.
So my name is Kyle Lawson, and I play Brogan Naked Eye, monk, sleuth, pimp extraordinaire of all the realms.
Fantastic. Very true. He's very well known, and especially as Sending Stone Media has been watching this reality show on and on. He has become famous in some circles. Definitely in some circles. Sewing circles, knitting circles, other circles, crop circles, things along
Old
that
ladies
nature.
do love me.
Yeah,
So,
crop circles adore you. So as before we jump into our campaign, I would like to thank some of our people who watch. Tony, you've been fantastic watching like every week. Steven, thank you for checking us out on Spotify all the time. Hannah, thank you for all the support. And I want to personally thank all of our players who are here tonight. I would like to thank Nick also, who is not going to be here tonight. He should be back next week. Yeah, all of you who like, follow, subscribe, and tell your friends, you are awesome folks, and you mean a lot to us. So, before further ado, I think we should jump into what this campaign looks like. Now, we have our story that we normally would have, where our characters have just gotten back to the Ashen Tree after receiving, finally, Death's necklace, or Hell's necklace, the necklace of the damned. They arrive back into the Ashen Tree to see that Steven Seagal and Neon are telling jokes and having a cocktail party with the three guardians of the tree, the ladies past, present, and future. Our party is given a long rest, the ability to relax, and upon past bringing some tea to everyone on the couch, we look and we see Steve is passed out on the kitchen floor in the place he really enjoys, as he's been kind of having uh, a intimate friendship with one of the sisters. He's again passed out in his tidy whities on the kitchen floor, but now alone. As does happen to Steve. Past brings over a tray of tea for all of you, sitting on one large couch. And as she does, she says, "I'm so happy you've all made it back. Come sit, have a glass of tea," and hands you each a tea and puts one in Zari's hand. And Zari, as she hands you a glass of tea, what do you do?
I go, thank you for the tea. By everyone else to see if they're drinking it, and I give it a little.
You're the first, and she's just staring at your face. She's staring intently.
Intently. Did you do something to the tea?
I've made it with
Staring
love.
awful hard.
That's the ingredient I add. Love.
Love?
And tea leaves and water. I put water in there too.
Well, I hope so.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
Is that just floating like giant tea leaves?
Yeah,
Like she did it
100%.
wrong.
She's not good. Not good at this.
So it's
She's
just wet tea water.
Yeah, it's wet tea water.
Okay. I guess since she's not looking away, I'll take a sip. Hopefully it's not poison.
And it is not poisoned. It's not good either, but it's not poisoned.
I just go, thank you, and set it down.
And as you say thank you and set it down, she hands both Carl and Brogan a tea and stares at you both intently in this hot tea water.
Perfect. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to use my brewer's supplies and actually grab out the mortar and crush the tea leaves so it's a little better, and then also slip a little booze in and be like, I think your recipe is phenomenal. I just have a weird constitution as a dragonborn. No disrespect at all.
No, none taken. Just like a dragonborn. And as she says, just like a dragonborn, you remember past has a little bit of trouble with microaggressions.
See, awfully bold of you to think with my low wisdom monk I would remember.
And she says, "Oh, stop it. You flatter me, Brogan." And looks over at Carl and says, "Is it good? Do you enjoy?"
Carl's in the middle of taking a sip and gets a full fat leaf on her tongue. And so she does that and goes, yeah, like she's trying to chew the leaf.
As you're
And
chewing
she
your
goes,
tea.
oh,
Yeah.
I just realized I'm allergic, and puts that down.
Oh, well, I don't want to hurt you at all. She says,
No.
well, if you would sit back, I think there's something interesting in your past. I would like to tell you a tale. Well, as I remember it, all three of you once met, but don't remember. And as she does, just to let some of the audience listening in know, I've written somewhat of a Mad Lib for our players to fill out on the spot. And there will be a few points in today's campaign where this comes in. So know that we may be stopping for a second for them to really think hard on what comes next, beyond improv. So she says, as I remember it, all three of you met once, but don't remember. It was 15 years ago. It was actually right next door to Carlotta's ranch. What was the name of that again, Carlotta?
It was the Constellation Ranch.
Constellation Ranch, that's right. I remember when you owned it, you had stars in your eyes. The ranch next door to your ranch had been sold to a dragonborn city slicker at one point. And Brogan, this was you. There was a tractor repair going on at a farm. Not just any farm, at Carlotta's ranch. And it was being done by a plucky young teenage artificer named Zari. And yes, Zari, this was you.
I never
Does
finished that
anyone know
job.
what she's referring to? Because I got no idea. Like, it's really loud. She's like, excuse me. Does anyone know what she's talking about?
Now, Brogan, you once bought this ranch next to actually the Constellation Ranch for ill-gotten means. A brothel, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I maybe your memory's fuzzy. I don't I'm a world-renowned PI. I hung up the pimp hat years ago.
Oh, Brogan.
Oh, what's this card I found on the ground? It says the name of it says the name of something. Brogan, I think this fell out of your pocket.
It's probably got my dignity on the other side too.
Yeah. Well, Brogan, no need to be modest. What was the name of that business venture?
As I take my forefinger and thumb and crease it between my nose, I go, it was called the Plowtown.
Plowtown. Yes, that was it. You opened up Plowtown at the ranch right next to Carlotta's Constellation Farms.
We had hoes abound, and that was our thing. We had a picture of a hoe tilling up, and then a girl popped out of the ground. I remember now.
You thought the joke would have legs, but no one got it.
I know.
I remember.
Plowtown. Carl, just when they open.
Yeah. With only city hose and a ranch brothel, it seems like you had a lot to learn. One local hoe stayed by your side. What was her name again?
Oh, that was my bottom barrel girl. Oh jeez. Oh geez, what did I call her? I actually think just to poke at Carl's ranch, we used to call all our girls by star names and constellations. So I'm pretty sure as a joke, I called her Brogan's belt instead of Orion's belt, and that was just that was a
Brogan's
dark time
belt.
in my life.
Yes,
She
that's
loved
it.
being
Shouldn't even
around
be
your waist.
pretty.
She really appreciated it. That's right. As you see
She
the
really loved
sarcasm
putting
in
her
her
legs around your
eyes.
waist.
She knew she was my bottom barrel because she was always below
Yeah.
Brogan's belt.
That
um,
is
Terrible.
Zari, while fixing this tractor, well, I don't know how this job finished. I mean, well, I do because I know the past, but wink, wink, you know how it finished. You had your first construct helping you. What was that construct again?
I don't know. I went through a few different incarnations. I think it could have been the werebear, or the tiger bear, or the lizard bear, or the dog bear, polar bear. I don't know.
Oh, it was the tiger bear. That's right. It had very full lips, if I recall. Just very full lips. I think that was the defining feature when people looked at it.
Jesus Christ.
That's correct. Well, yes, that's right. Carl, you don't remember meeting Zari. Though you contracted this plucky teenager to fix your tractor, because you and your wife were having some trouble. What was her name again?
Ah, my beloved Belle.
Belle?
Belle, yeah.
Belle. Awesome.
I was gonna
As
say, if that's like a bale of hay, no making fun of the
No.
ridiculous farming jokes that my brothel
No,
stood
Belle.
for.
I
I
actually
will
had to
not
look
accept it.
through
E-L-L-E.
Carl's. I know I named the wife, so I had to look through Carl's bio that I have on Roll 20 just to make sure.
just in
So I
case,
wanted to keep it. Yeah,
Belle. What a beautiful
yeah.
name. She was a stunning woman. Tall, about 7 feet, blonde flowing hair, shoulders
Yeah.
any man, woman, or non binary would kill for. This
Or get
beautiful
killed
gif,
by.
large hippo woman, followed you through thick and thin, Carl. Thick and thin. And
Just like her hide. Oh my god, she was
Hippo
frightening as a
woman?
neighbor.
Woman,
That's
damn,
not quite how I
Carl.
remember her, but sure.
Between that and the fire giant, you have a type. You have a type.
Yeah,
see
you
how
have
this
a
how
type.
this
You
goes,
like
Carl.
I
big
did
girls,
think
Carl.
Yeah,
she was
Carl likes those
tall. I did
Amazonian
write her
women.
as a tall blonde woman, but
there you go. You might not have
You
written the
like
GIF part, but I wrote the GIF, the GIF. You know, the hippo woman.
Yeah. No, I love that. That's
Oh,
canon
we
now.
know. We know. You've
She
been
was
doing it ever
curvy in
since.
all the right places and all the other places too. Um,
She's just as round as a ball.
yeah. Um,
Round
as
is a shape. She was in shape.
I remember at the time,
She was A shape.
she was definitely a shape, a sight to be seen by all eyes. Um, as you all stared at her, or as you remember it correctly, you were going through a rough patch because the farm was to be sold, or at least there were offers coming in. The ranch wasn't making the money it used to. Times were tougher in the county.
Hmm.
Every now and then, you would get the mortgage order from the sheriff, posting it on your door, and you'd pay it off just in the nick of time, but knew there was going to be one day where you couldn't. And she knew too. You both fought, and that's the only thing you fought about was the house or the ranch may be sold.
Hmm.
As you all start looking back at this time period, a mist, almost a veil, goes over your eyes as everyone starts, yeah, everything goes wavy. As we go back to a time 15 years ago, a simpler time where we didn't have
Hmm.
werewolf halflings that enjoyed the Jersey Shore, or where cats just didn't show up randomly, or where we didn't have to worry about whether we were wearing wedding bands to shoo off unrequited love. A time where we were at the ranch. Brogan had just bought a house. Carl had her love, and Zari was just finding her love of tinkering. And we start at the ranch. Carl, you're outside and you're watching someone move in. It's a dragonborn gentleman moving into the house next door to the house, to the ranch next door. And you're seeing all these wagons pull up with all of these. What kind of couches are they? Like, what does the furniture look like as you're furnishing this place, Brogan?
They're basically all casting couches, pure black. They have the two seats. You will notice
Terrible.
that instead of bringing in like poles and stuff, we use the broken down farm equipment for girls to dance on. We were going for a certain aesthetic. It just didn't land at all, but we tried real hard.
Yep. The bar there serves tetanus shots, literally. Um, those are the
Oh my
shots,
God.
tetanus shots.
We
Um,
we call it
Oh, I
dragon's
just got
breath,
it.
but it's literally just pure Everclear
yeah.
because it
Like
makes you
literally,
do this,
And then just
like
giant
stick
jugs
your
of
mouth out.
moonshine.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
It-
Um, you felt that you were to start your venture. You had success in the city, or at least moderate success running hose. And you knew that you and your best bottom were going to set up a shop, a brothel, that would rival any across the land. And Carl, as you're watching this, and Zari, you hear bellowing from outside the ranch. Carl! Carlotta!
What is it?
Oh, sweetie! I can't.
Oh, Val, your voice has changed so much from what
Yeah.
Oh,
Why is
thought
it
I
so
heard.
deep?
it must be all the stress I'm under right now. It's just so, you
It's
gotta
like the
stop.
wolf from Red Riding Hood.
You gotta stop worrying about the neighbors. We gotta worry about ourselves.
Look
What
at
are they
that
doing
damn
over there,
sign,
Carl?
Val.
What do you see?
Look at that damn sign they put up. What's it called again?
Oh, no.
Plow
Was
Town.
Wow.
Okay.
Plow Town.
Cloud.
Stupid Plow Town. I don't see a plow among all of them. And why is that girl popping up on the sign? I don't get it.
Plowtown, huh?
Carl doesn't know it's a brothel
Oh,
yet.
Carl, I know you don't get it. It's because of your wholesome heart and your values. Your rustic, uh, down to home country values. But what I'll tell you is, Carl, now don't be mad at me for the bearer of bad news. Now please just don't be mad at me. Uh, okay, I'm gonna tell you, but just don't be mad at me.
What is it?
It's a brothel. Oh, don't hit me.
Why would I be mad at you? You didn't co-sign on the brothel.
That's right. Just sometimes when I tell people, oh, Carl, that's right, I love you so much, you would never hurt me.
That's why the women are so scantily dressed. Oh, I thought that was just what the kids are wearing nowadays.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
it.
why they stole that broken shovel from the garbage?
Yeah, well, I don't know what they're doing with the shovel, but it doesn't sound good.
As
Damn right it doesn't.
as I hear them talking, I'm out front like pounding in a new sign that says "Welcome to Plowtown," and oh hey neighbors, like completely oblivious. I'm in like a very like city slick suit, just like looking ridiculous. I'm like, how are you guys doing? Obviously, I don't work for a living.
Yeah.
I don't know you. And just Carl's fully a lot older than she is now with everyone else. So it's like she aged backwards.
She
She's like,
aged
I
backwards.
don't know you. Basically, at this point, she's more old now 15 years ago than she is present.
And
I
as you're
don't want any solicitors on my yard.
Oh, this isn't your yard. This is my space. I bought this plot.
Check the property line. And Carl walks away.
and as you start walking, you hear, "Carl, don't get mad. Don't get mad. You're mean when you're mad, but I love you anyway."
Oh, no. I don't like the connotation of that. I don't like what's
I'm setting you up as the worst. I'm sorry.
I'm loving
no,
it.
you're making me sound abusive. That's why I'm like, nope, no.
As Zari, you look up and you see Carl starting to walk around to take a look at some of the property land. And as you go to reach to your belt, Carl, what do you grab? as you're mad and you're looking at these new land, the land boundaries, and you find he is putting the sign down in the right spot. It is his land.
I want to say at this point, Carl just has random pieces of paper on her belt that when she's really mad, she'll throw it on the ground and stomp on it just for like cathartic relief.
Very nice. As you do so, Zari, you hear it first, and then you're about 20, 30 feet from Zari as she's on your front lawn at the ranch fixing your tractor. And Zari,
Mm.
as you're fixing the tractor, you're going to be hearing something first, but what does it look like as you're fixing this tractor?
As I'm fixing this tractor, there's a scatterd of parts all around me. I am taking it apart to see what the problem is. I probably have missed the problem completely at this point. I'm just taking it apart now.
Yeah, it was their fault for hiring a teenager.
And the tiger bear, is right next to me with the broken shovel, chewing on it, trying to get me to play fetch with him.
And it's trying, and it's using its full lips to its every angle. It's just giving you pouty full lips. It's giving you pouty eyes. It wants you to play with the broken shovel as this tractor is in a bunch of parts.
And as I hear Carlotta I look over to where she's stomping on the paper, and I just yell at her, "Hey, can you make me a sandwich?
What? Who are
Can you make me a sandwich? You hired me to fix your tractor, at least, or I think your wife did. Can you make me a sandwich? I like ham and turkey, cheese,
Right.
no mayo,
The small mechanic.
on rye."
Right. We don't have any of that.
You should have it.
Maybe Bill does. She's more in the kitchen than I am. How old are you again?
I'm 16, and when you look at Zari, she looks 10. Has not hit her growth
Right.
spurt.
She's not old enough to use half those tools, as I say. I'm still pounding the sign in.
It's the guy who's about to nail his hand into the board.
Carl's gonna look at Zara and be like, "You seem like a smart girl. Don't go over there." And then, without any explanation, Carl just waddles off.
Making me the sandwich?
Carl, Carl, is she asking for a sandwich? I think I heard her ask for a sandwich. We need to feed the poor girl.
Yes, she is, woman. Calm down. I'm coming.
She's wasting away to nothing.
You're worth 3 times more than I am. It takes me a while to walk around.
All right,
and she gets like a step stool so she can be eye to eye with her wife.
Yeah, as you climb up, she gives you a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
Does she have like a wife stool where like you stand on it and it makes you even height? We'll call it the wife stool, and you always just bring it with you, and you're like, all right.
It's the one. It's like almost like a tiny ladder where like if you lean up against the wall, but then you pick up and go. And, like,
it's collapsible, of course.
Yeah.
So.
Of course, we need to save room in the ranch.
Zari, you hear this coming from down the road. It's the clomping of horses. And as these horses are coming by, all of a sudden, they stop their horses. It's 3 horses. And as you see in the distance, you see there are 3 bullywogs on the back of these horses. There's a bullywog. He's about 3.5, 4 feet tall. Bullywogs are like frog people in a sense, like about 3.5, 4 feet tall. He's got a sheriff's hat on, a sheriff's badge, kind of the traditional like chaps on in the front, and he's got
chaps in the front with frog legs. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's just got chaps on in the front, and he's got a button-up shirt with his badge on it. As he's riding, you see 2 very muscular, strong bullywog women behind him, riding on their horses. And as they ride, Zari, give me a dexterity saving throw as they're riding right by you.
4.
A 4. They trample over your foot and park one of the horses right on all of the stuff around you. And as they trample your foot, it's actually going to be a D4 of damage.
Hey, watch it.
You take 3 damage.
I'm working here.
You're working here? Is this what
I'm
working looks
here.
like? Huh.
Yes.
Daddy.
See, you're not working. You can't even drive a freaking horse.
What?
You
Excuse
must be
me?
drunk. Yes.
Daddy, do you hear this
Call
girl?
the actual sheriff because you must be drunk if you can't drive a horse.
She says,
I've
Daddy, you hear this
I've
girl?
put my hammer down, and now I'm kind of watching what's going on because I recognize the bullywogs, and I know they're not here for her.
Oh, yeah. But they
I
are
hear them
parking
say
their
"Daddy."
horses.
I know exactly what's going on, so I'm watching the bullywogs now.
The
Well,
fact
as
that they use daddy.
they stop their horses on Carlotta's ranch front lawn in the area Zari is working. And they look over at Zari, and the chief bullywog, the sheriff, looks over and says, Don't worry, girls. She won't be working here for long. Sees Carlotta walking out of the house with a tray of sandwiches for Zari, with her teenage plucky hunger that all teenagers have, ravenous hunger for sandwiches and milk. She's walking out, and you see the sheriff, which you know as Sheriff Robin Williams. And he rides up. You see there's a star on his chest. And with a star on his chest, you notice the two women behind him. Buff bullywogs. Two women that you know as his daughters. Vanessa Williams and Wendy Williams.
Oh my
It's
god.
better than Vanessa and Serena. That's where I thought you were going.
Yeah, I was gonna go there, but
Wendy
he waves over at you and says, "Carlotta, good to see you. You still have the house, huh?"
Robin? And she's just gonna walk over and put the sandwiches down near Zari.
Okay, I take them and I just start eating them.
And one of the sandwiches, you see one of the daughters reaches down and grabs one of them, takes a bite, and puts it right
No,
back
I
on.
slap her hand as she tries to do that.
Give me I would say a sleight of hand. We'll throw a sleight of hand as she goes to take a
Roll
bite.
for initiative.
Yeah, right. An 11. I would say an 11 is not. You slap her hand. She just looks at you angrily. Now making perfect eye contact, takes a bite out of the sandwich, and then puts it right back on top of the stack. It says, "We're not here for you. Don't worry, Carl. We'll take the ranch soon." It says, "We're here for
Don't
him."
worry, that's exactly what I'm worried about.
I'm casting grease right where everyone is. They just took a sandwich and ate it and put it back on the stack. I'm casting grease. How dare they?
Very nice. Go to cast grease. So you cast grease. I'm gonna really quick make their dexterity saving throws.
All in front of me.
So I'm just
I'm
kind
not
of
in it.
I'm just kind of giggling from like 15 feet away when it's like I'm here for them and I'm watching you guys do this. I'm just kind of laughing, and then I lean back into what is Plowtown and I go, "Hey girls, can you come on out here?" And obviously below Orion or below Brogan's belt and the other constellations come out.
That's awesome. And as the constellations come out, you've got Sagittarius, you've got Brogan's Belt, you've got
Broken spell is what's going to break everyone.
Yeah.
The Big Dippers.
Yeah, you've
They're
got
twins.
Dippers, the Dipper sisters, the Big Dipper sisters.
Yeah, exactly. It's like tall and short again.
Yeah.
I have a type.
And as they come
Yeah,
out,
but also exactly like tall and short. The Big Dipper is the smaller one. The Big Dipper, the little
Big
Dipper.
irony guy here, exactly.
Yeah.
Sheriff Robin Williams and his daughters, the deputies, Wendy Williams and Vanessa Williams, both fall to the ground immediately. And as they all fall to the ground, they look over at Zari, and you see his face embarrassed slightly, angered even more. And he looks at you, Zari, and says, "Don't worry, we'll be arresting you in a little later for assaulting an officer of the law."
Arrest yourself for assaulting my sandwich. If you're going to steal, at least keep it. How dare you?
All right, Zari. All right.
Come on, let's
I have
go.
like my double barrel shotgun out, and I'm just kind of using it slightly to push Zari like a stick.
Yeah, he's
All right.
You're
Right
holding
now
her
it's
back.
not filled.
He
It's
says,
empty.
"We've got
Yeah.
some business. Carl, watch our horses if you can." And as they start walking next door, you see they leave the horses with you, and they say,
Good. I like them better than him.
I'm setting the horses free. I'm untying them from their
You're just
posts
untying them and slapping it. They start running off, and
Go
he looks back
Zari.
angrily. And he just points at you and says, "Don't worry, there's a cell with your name on it downtown."
Don't even know my
Why do you keep
name.
saying don't worry?
Teenage angst. Oh, you know.
Says,
And I'll kind of say it and
At
smile at him.
me.
he looks at you, Brogan, and says, "I don't think we've formally been introduced. My name is Sheriff Robin Williams. This is my daughters, deputies Vanessa Williams and Wendy Williams."
Well, it's nice to meet you, and I'll hold my hand out.
Nepotism.
He says, "I heard that, Carl."
Saying it.
He
Good,
looks
I
back at
wanted
you.
you to hear.
He says, "Your noisy neighbor seems to have a problem with me. I don't think we need to have a problem." And what was your name again, sir?
My name is Brogan.
Brogan. We don't get city slickers out here often on the ranch. Uh, so we have a saying around these parts: don't squat with your spurs on.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not my usual cup of tea, as it were.
I get that. But not cup of tea. Okay, maybe you get this. Don't dig water. Don't dig for water under the outhouse.
Are you trying to say don't shit where you eat? Because I understand that one.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, exactly what I'm trying to say. Look, I have an enterprise in town also. I am the sheriff, and I have an enterprise on the other side of town. You may have heard of it. It's Bullywogs Galore. It's a bullywog brothel.
Yeah, so this is kind of what I was thinking if it works out for you. Um, I get as the sheriff and as the fine owner of another establishment similar to mine, you have your own interests to worry about. That's specifically why I got this lot on the other side of town. Because my thought process was live and let live. You guys have your side of town, I'll have mine. No problems, no complaints. If that works for you, we can all have a nice life.
Look, this whole other side of town thing is not too far away. Look, I'm going to give you a couple options. One, you give us 50% of your profits, and we'll leave you alone. We'll even provide you with security. You and your celestial ladies can be out of this world all on your own without me. But you could also just move your ass back to the city and do what you do out there.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Look, Mr. Williams, there's only one way I know how to say this. You're not from a big city, so you don't understand what it's like to have a lot of people around and a lot of support and a lot of other unscrupulous and other things. What I'm telling you is that there are people I can call that will outnumber you and your little deputies 100 to 1. If you really want to pick this fight, you can, but you will not win. Even if I lose, you will not win."
Well, not to get off on the wrong foot, Brogan, but letting the cat out of the bag is a whole lot easier than putting it back in, if you get my drift.
Exactly. And you've been here forever. So if things come out that you're doing something like this, I can always go back to the city. You got nowhere else to go.
Look,
I'm
I don't
I'm a
think you're
I'm a
getting.
I'm a businessman. I'm not trying to ruffle the feathers, but the point is that you came out here and you gave me two options, and it was hand over half of what I got or leave. That's not much of an option, but you need to understand that if I had the capital to come out here and buy the ranch, I'm probably not the first person to be picking that type of tone with.
He looks over at you and says, "Maybe you misunderstand what I'm saying." And he immediately picks his hand up, and you see fire wrap around it, and he throws a fireball at Carl's fence, and it blows up, breaking a 20-foot hole in Carlotta's fence.
It hurts. It
Well, that
hurts.
Well, that's just rude. And I'm gonna gargle a little bit as a dragonborn because he knows I got a breath weapon and go, if you if you're looking for something like that, I got something a little more your speed, but I am gonna have to hit your deputies too as it comes out in the group. And it looks like you like your daughters.
They're
So if we're
beautiful,
gonna
ain't they?
Yeah, it would be a shame
You
if the
think?
parts of them melted away now, wouldn't it? So
No.
as I sniff my nose up and go, so how about we do it like this? 'Cause this doesn't seem to be getting us anywhere. And like I said, I'm a businessman. How about we do it like this? You leave me alone at least long enough to get set up and figure if I like your offer. Let me see if there's actually enough business out here to make it worth my while. Then you give me 2 to 4 weeks. Maybe you come back and we handle it then.
I'm
Because
hearing
that
what you're
way,
saying, but I don't think you're
we're all on
hearing
the
what I'm
same
saying.
page.
Girls, can you go show him that tractor? And both of them walk over, brutish bullywogs, walk over to the tractor that Zari is working on, and they both go over to, they each grab one wheel and just flip it over on its side.
Oh, Zari's attacking. I was working on that, and she's going to attack.
As we are
Like,
now
why
in
did you
initiative,
bitch?
roll in
Uh,
for initiative as he looks at you, Brogan, and says, well, it would have been nice if there didn't need to be violence. And he looks at you getting ready to attack you as he takes out his weapon.
oh, absolutely. I mean, no magical cats, but I'm still a monk, so no complaints here.
Carl's just yelling from the background. My wife can do it too, bitch.
Uh,
Yeah, seriously. The 7 foot tall hippo lady can do it with
I
probably
know.
one
Can we
arm, and you're like,
can we roll
look at my
Bell
little
into
3.5
initiative?
foot tall frogs.
you know what? Yeah, we can definitely roll her into initiative. Let me get you a gift token, and we'll get that
Are
set
you?
up for
Oh,
you.
I was kidding.
One
That
second
that'd
while
be
you
great.
organize.
Bell, what? Oh, what's a hippo person called in D&D? Do
Gif.
they have a specific name? A
Gif.
gift?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's a gift barbarian.
yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
Or GIF,
I
I
keep
think.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the token up underneath the dragons on the screen, and you can see. Let me. There it goes. It's loading, so you can see they're like a large hippo person kind of a thing. Is it coming out? Where is this token?
The gray, blue, and red dragons at all the way at the
Yeah,
end.
it's loading now, and you'll see it
Oh,
come out shortly.
they're the bullywogs.
There it goes. It's on there.
Oh,
If you zoom in on it,
cool.
you'll see. Here, let me make it bigger. There you go. It's like a humanoid body, but a hippo humanoid body, like if they were walking on their back legs.
Oh, as
Yeah, like a kind of like a tabaxi for
Yeah.
cats. Yeah.
as
Okay.
as the bullywog was talking earlier to Brogan, the tiger bear was recording everything with my magical tinkering.
Very nice. So as all of a sudden you see Zari going to start to attack. Carl, you see they just blew up your fence. They toppled your tractor, and you now see your teenage mechanic going after them.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Go!
And that's what you do on your
She's
turn.
not my kid.
Very nice.
She's not
Yeah.
my kid. That's fair.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. You see Vanessa Williams walk over to you, Carl, and as Vanessa Williams runs over to you, she stares you in the eye and says, I've been waiting for this day. You know, when you get rid of the ranch, Daddy's going to buy it for me.
You're
And
27 years old. Stop calling your father daddy.
he's my daddy. I don't get it. What's your problem?
Brogan
Insidious
free
out there.
action laughs. He's like, they call me daddy too.
Daddy's going to buy it for me. What's your problem? And it's a 16 to hit.
Ew.
Jeez. What's my thing? So like 12. 16 hits.
16 hits. Roll me a strength saving throw as she swipes at you with a one-handed spear, which you are fine. She tries to knock you prone. You take 6 damage, and she looks at you and says, yeah, I'm never not going to call him. He's daddy forever. I don't know what you're talking about, Carl.
You're
What's
almost
wrong
30, bitch. Act like it.
with She's like, what's wrong with
Carl
him? I
says
don't get it.
bitch now.
Brogan, you
He
are
really
up.
says bitch because of her wife.
Well, as the other frogs are not all there, I'm not gonna throw the breath weapon. So Brogan's gonna crack his knuckles, spend a key point, and flurry of blows, raining down hands and fists on this bullywog sheriff.
Sheriff Robin Williams has his weapon out, ready.
With his free action, he also throws Hunter's Mark on the sheriff.
Bonus action, and yeah, you got
Bonus action, excuse me.
Yep, all good.
So here we go. We're going unarmed. 1, 2, and 3.
Awesome. 16 hits. The rest don't. As you go to punch, why does only one hit and the rest don't? Give me the.
So as I come down because he's shorter than me, I punch him, and then because he kind of like falls not all the way to the ground, but like dips low, it makes all my other swings miss and
Mhm.
my kick miss because he's so much shorter than me. So it'll be that 8 damage and then the 4 with Hunter's Mark. So he'll take 12 from a right hook across the face.
Very nice. As he gets right hooked, and he shakes his face. I can't believe you did that.
And then
Very nice.
I'm going to spend an additional key point to take patient defense.
Beautiful.
So that gives me the dodge action until my next turn. So basically giving him disadvantage.
Good. That'll help. Wendy Williams comes up to you, Zari, and she's like, "Little girl, I can't wait to lock you up in a very, very small cell with some very, very large people."
That's creepy and weird. After I
She's
punch
16.
her
You don't even
dad.
know those people are my uncle. I have connections, baby.
Your connections. I mean, everyone in this. I know everyone in this. We're all related. As she's
Everything's getting weirder.
Ain't related.
she's taken back by the idea. She's like, "No, my cousin's at the jail, and we're all related in this town." And she starts bumbling off, and her spear completely just misses you as it went to hit, and it just crit failed. Zari, what do you do?
Cool. She's right up against me. I take the pipe that was in my hands and I start swinging on her.
Awesome. Give an attack.
Right,
Oh yeah,
so
Zari. She's such a badass.
Yeah, little
Zari
kid
is actually
Zari was
going
off the
by
chain.
Z.
Yeah.
Zari is
I know,
currently
she's so
goes by
much
Z
more
at this time.
angry. I love
Right?
it.
With your
No.
mace, a 10 misses. It is a 16 to hit as your second one comes around, thwacking her in the face. And she says, "Oh, I can't believe it. Why did you do something like that?"
Then I whistle basically. I can't whistle. Yeah, I can't whistle and summon the tiger bear and go, "Come on, Tiggy, let's go."
His
He's
name is Tiggy.
Tiggy.
T.I. double gutter. T.I. double gutter.
And so as Tiggy comes out, what do we see? What does it look like, positioning wise?
He comes up from behind her, and basically from where they were at, he comes up from behind her and is going to attack, and it's a +5 to his attack. And if he has flanking, I'm not sure if he has flanking.
Very nice.
Does,
We can
does he
give
whack her
flanking.
with a
Yeah.
shovel or does he bite her? Because he had the shovel. Does he whack her with the shovel or does he bite her?
He will try to whack with the shovel.
I love
if he
that.
can. Yeah,
Like-
A
and
tiny
so
dog, but with like a
16 to hit,
big
so a
16 to hit hits.
Those powerful shovel lips.
then
stick.
we'll say he channels his damage through the shovel because of his lips.
Definitely got Botox.
For sure.
Yeah.
So 4 points of force damage.
For 4 points of force, as Wendy Williams is very upset with you.
How
You
dare you whack me
Williams?
in the ankle?
As your tiger bear, almost like a sketch out of an angsty teen's notebook, you see it has very full lips, jumps in, grabs the shovel, and smacks Wendy with the shovel. What a detail to have on a tiger bear. Sheriff,
I love that this is now duck face the session because
yeah,
of full lip.
all duck face now.
I
Me
love
and Kyle
that.
have been doing it for like 10 minutes.
I'm just gonna say every time the tiger bear shows up, I'm just like duck lips.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
like wow, that's a
I
wonderful
try to
drawing
make
of
them
a
bigger
tiger
each
bear
time.
whose lips are really full.
Yeah. Oh my god, the fullest lips I've ever seen.
Sheriff Robin Williams looks at you and says, "Oh, you've done it now. We're gonna rush you out of town." And as he says that, he goes to hit at you. If this would load, I mean, why is Roll20 being so Roll20 today?
It's been very slow.
Yeah, it's been very slow today. He
Only a
looks
bunch
and
of people on it.
he takes out his glaive and he goes to smack at you, Brogan, with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Good luck, sir.
And as he does so, it's 8 to hit, which does not hit. And you
No.
made him mad, and he goes, "Oh, I can't believe you did that!" And he goes to jump and roll backwards. And as he does so, you get an attack of opportunity as he moves 30 feet back.
All right. Well, as he's going to do that, as my attack of opportunity, can I throw stunning strike?
Yeah, you can throw a key on it, sure.
All right, I throw a key and I attempt the stunning strike.
Awesome.
He'll
So
have
yeah,
to-
let me
he'll have
see
to
the
make a
attack, and
con
then we'll
save.
throw the stun on. I'll have him do
All
a
right.
wisdom. It's a constitution.
Ooh,
Oh my god, that hits.
ooh. Take 12 too because it is still hunter's marked.
Yeah, he is still marked as he goes, "Oh, I can't believe you did that." So that's minus 12 as he does so, and he goes to roll backwards. I'll have him do. I believe it's a con or it's a con. I think, right?
Yep. It's a con save.
He has a +3, so let's see if it stuns him. A 15. What's your save?
It's 8 plus proficiency plus strength. So I believe
that was-
you. Wait,
Thir-
say that again.
13 or
That was
14?
wisdom.
Oh, it's wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he makes it then. My wisdom is terrible.
I know the wisdom terrible monk. It's you know,
Look. I rolled it for the memes and it just landed that
it's
way.
perfect. It's perfect.
It works. It works.
As he makes it, he's able to get 30 feet back but not without bloodying his lip. He's like, I can't believe you did that. Sometimes you get and sometimes you get got. And you see he starts to look at your house. He's not looking at you anymore. Carl, you are getting attacked by Vanessa Williams.
Quick question. Okay. Wow. What an honor. Um,
You're holding a
question. We still
shotgun. Blow her away.
I know. I have a question first. We still have all our stats from
Yeah,
level
pretty
5,
much. You have
right?
everything but the loop grew, we're gonna say. So
Okay, and no suns out, guns out.
no specialty weapons.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I
You
just
said
wanted
it.
to make sure. All right. Then I'm gonna take a shot at Vanessa Williams.
Very nice. As you shoot your shot at Vanessa Williams,
So I get 2, I think.
you get 2. Both of
Damn.
them miss as they go right
All right.
by. Ping, pew.
I'm gonna bonus action surge to get 2 more shots.
Awesome. Well, I love the idea. I really love the idea. 21 hits as a
And a
crit
crit.
with a 6 and a 4. That's awesome. So we've got 12 and 10. That is 22 damage. And you look at Vanessa Williams and you see she is on her last leg. She is on her way out.
Damn.
Not looking good at all.
Bitch, get off my phone.
After the first 2 shots, you hear Zari yell, "Watch where you're aiming!"
Very nice.
Sorry.
Vanessa Williams looks at you and is going to yell, "Daddy, we gotta go! This girl hurts. She's this halfling. Carl, we never fought Carl, but she punched me in the face. She kicked me in the ribs.
Shot you.
Yeah, she shot me. And she punched me in the
Missed her
butt.
bullet somehow.
She punched me in the butt.
She punched me in the butt, Daddy. I'm running. And she goes to turn around and run away.
Oh,
Carl,
kick
you get
her
an attack
ass.
of opportunity.
Yeah. Would that be like a melee attack?
Yeah.
Or would
You
that
can,
be another
if you want,
shot?
roll a d20 to hit her with your shotgun if you want.
Cool, I'll do that.
Yeah, roll a d20. We'll add. Yeah, you hit.
Let's
Give
see.
me a d4.
She obviously has a loading rack on that shotgun, so all
Oh,
she had
yeah.
to do was down and engage. I mean, come on.
-4 damage as she trips and stumbles, does a roll, and she's like, "I'm out of here!" Or she starts running down the road and gets 60 feet away. After taking that much damage in one round, we're gonna give them that crit legs as she goes to run away. Brogan.
Yeah.
So
Run, bitch.
Brogan looks at the sheriff and goes, you fucked with the wrong hombre," making fun of him. I used my Fey touched ability to teleport right next to him, and then I will, because that's not considered a movement, I will full attack with key points. So it'll be my first attack and then the 3 with flurry of blows while he's still got Hunter's Mark. So all 4 are coming down.
Very nice. Oof. Oh, nice hit with the 23. 19 is perfect. 24, very nice. As that's
So I come down with another 10, 19, 29 damage. So he's taking close to 50 just from me alone.
very much so. And you see he is about 1 hit from death. 1 hit from death is where he sits.
I will as a free action let them know. I'm like, you know what? All my girls were just watching and cheering. I'm like, you go ahead and come on back if you want to try again, but it ain't gonna be no better for you, I promise.
And he stares at you. He's like, "Oh, broken naked eye! I will get you, and just stares at you as you say that, as he shakes his fist in the air as an angry country sheriff would, um, and stands there staring. Wendy Williams is looking at Zari, and she is like,
Let's go.
"You know,
Let's go.
young lady, you
Oh,
know,
you better not run, coward.
oh, young lady, I ain't running. I'm gonna hit you with this," and
Good luck.
goes to hit you with a spear and says, "Wait, running?" And it's 24 to hit for 10 piercing. Give me a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Ooh, that hit. Strength save.
A 9. You get knocked prone immediately as she wallops with her she stabs you with her spear harder than you thought she could. You didn't see this coming, and as you get knocked to the ground, she looks at you and says, "Wait, running?" and looks back and sees her sister running away.
Oh, you don't.
And she goes, "No, oh, running! I gotta get out of here!" And she says, "Daddy, Paul, we gotta go. We gotta go, Paul."
Oh, coward,
As
finish your job.
See, Pa is fine. Just knock it off with the daddy. Jesus Christ.
and she
Carl's
looks back at
muttering under her
Carl and
breath.
says, "No, he's my daddy, though. That's daddy. I mean, I say
Yeah, but
Pa
we
because
don't need-
Pa
we
means
don't need
daddy.
that.
That's our thing."
As
I-
opposed to standing there looking cool, Brogan will be running over to the young teenage girl to help her up with his monk speed. He can clear 60 feet in a single round. So they're running, and I get to her before the other girl gets away.
Well, the sheriff hasn't run yet. He's standing there shaking his fist because you're about to see
Oh.
what he does.
Oh, if he's standing there shaking his fist, I'm gonna keep looking at him. Then I'm gonna give him the hard L, because if he does something else, he gonna get it.
But Zari, you will be able to get an opportunity attack at disadvantage as now Wendy Williams is coming after her, running after her sister, saying, "Come back! We can stop him!"
Okay, so does Tiggy because he's also there.
Okay, cool. As the mace comes out, she gets conked in the head, and what does Tiggy do?
Tiggy is
Bite her kneecaps.
going to try to trip her up with his attack.
But pouty lips don't necessarily translate to a trip attack. As
Yeah.
as this bear just stares at her. She does take the damage, the 6 damage as the bludgeoning, and is yelling at her sister as they're running down the dirt road. "Come back! Come back!" And Zari,
Coward!
what do you do?
All right, how far away is the sheriff from me?
Probably about 65, 70 feet away.
Okay. I am going to stand up. I'm pissed, and I'm going to cast catapult and shoot a lot of tractor parts at the sheriff.
Very nice. Let's see the catapult.
And I'm going, since it's kind of a dream memory, I'm making it 2nd level.
Very nice. 8, that's 9, 10, that's 13 damage. He needs to make a 15 dexterity saving throw. And the cool thing is because you're on the side, it will not be hitting Brogan. It's a dexterity.
Oh, nope. No fear. We're good with dex throws. We got evasion. We'll be all right.
That's true. And he fails, taking the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. And you see he is essentially at 1 HP.
Cool. I'm going to yell at him, "Fight me, you coward!" and start running. And bonus action, I'm going to command Tiggy to run after him because as a dash action, because he has 80 feet of movement with dash.
And as he comes up, this will give Brogan a advantage on the next hit. And as the sheriff looks at you, Brogan, and says, "You'll never operate in my town. Come back, girls!" And in his hand forms a large fireball. And as it does, he throws it at your new ranch house, Brogan. And as it splatters on the side of this ranch house, fire spreads all over the new, what's the name of the ranch?
Plowtown.
Plowtown. As Plowtown is on fire and not in the good way, he goes to run away from you. Do you take
no,
your
he
attack of
doesn't.
opportunity?
He does not get to make a full attack and then disengage. Hard pass. Yeah, no, we're hammering down.
Awesome.
We're
have
hammering
advantage
down.
on this hit.
Bell into initiative.
What's that?
We forgot to put Bell into initiative.
That
That's
is
okay.
true. I thought we weren't going to. I apologize. I thought we weren't gonna.
No, you're fine. She can kick ass another time.
Normally that would miss. However, with the wonderful construct there, that is a 16.
That's awesome. Which yeah adds on to your hit. So you now tell me with the 10 damage. Tell me how you either kill or knock out Sheriff Robin Williams.
So as Sheriff Robin Williams destroys the ranch that I just spent upteen God knows how much money on to buy, I take my right hand out and I hit him with a brachial stun in the side of the neck, which for your brachial artery, it very quickly stops the blood flow to the brain to where you immediately pass out.
And
So I basically take my hand out and I give him a chop in the side of the neck.
as you karate chop his neck in perfect form, this bullywug crumbles to the ground, saying never as he falls right to the ground. And you look around, you hear from the ranch next door, Brogan. You hear, "Honey, is something going on outside?"
Explosions, gunfire, like come on. What is this woman doing?
This is a normal Thursday night.
Yeah.
Carl's gonna call, be like, "Oh, nothing, just Sheriff Williams again."
Okay.
Get the hose! And Zari's going to run up with her alchemy jug and go, water! Shoot water at the fire to get it out.
And as it's happening, you see that you are getting water all over this house. But one thing that's for certain, part of the roof is missing. This house has been charred. The amount to repair it is going to be insurmountable.
Yeah, I put my hand on her back and I say thanks, honey, but this is gone. It is what
Call
it
me
is.
At least
honey,
you can
old
always
man.
say it's wet at Plowtown.
You're like 11 years old. What am I supposed to call you? You look like a tomboy. I don't know. I mean, Champ.
To call a kid
You like
honey?
Champ?
That is so weird.
Champ,
No.
buddy,
No.
Slugger.
I don't even know who the hell
I saw you
are.
swinging at stuff, so Slugger. We'll go with Slugger. All right, Slugger. Slugger it is.
While they're fighting and the frog people are like running away, Carl brings out her mandatory obligatory like large gay pride flag and just waving around. She's like, "You come back, you Sheriff Williams, and
You're doing that. Zari's swinging at me. I'm doing the typical monk thing where I'm doing like the very easy tap and dodge. I'm like stop.
Not
stop,
even making
Slugger.
eye
Hell
contact.
comes out.
Yeah. I'm not
Hell
even
comes
looking
out
at her.
with
I'm like, stop,
sandwiches
Slugger. Get
again.
out of here. Get out of
As
here, please.
The scene
Phil comes out with some lemonade.
The camera pans upwards as it moves into the sky. We see the scene over a ranch that is now smoking. We see a hippopotamus, gorgeous woman walking out of a house with more sandwiches in tow. And we see this plucky young new artificer swinging at this guy. We realize we all start to open our eyes back on the couch inside Ysgard in the Ashen Tree. As Pass says, yeah, as you guys just described it, I think that's how I remember it. Well,
oh my God, I totally forgot that Zari is Slugger. That's so awesome.
Oh shit, old man! I will go back at you. I've got stronger.
Oh, you're so tough, Slugger. I love it.
And she says,
Fight me. Let's
You're
go.
the one that opened that fucking Plowtown.
Yeah, it was open for all of 30 minutes and you're already upset. As opposed to getting angry at Sheriff Dillhole. Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. I did actually afterwards put Dillhole on the sheriff's head.
You just wrote it in Greece? That's awesome.
Well, magical tinkering, so it was stuck there for several months before I finally forgot.
He didn't know how to get rid of it. As his daughters had ran off, this scenario Pass says, well, it's good we had this reminiscing, because, well, tomorrow we're going to go fight some gods. And she looks at you, and as the camera pans out, that is where we end today.
God, I would rather fuck Sheriff Williams again. He wasn't that bad.
With or fuck Sheriff Williams?
Yeah, a little column A, a little column B. 21st century guy. No,
I just want to be up with ours. Words.
So
look, Look, I'm just saying, frog legs give a lot of advantages on farm equipment when it comes to the brothel of Plowtown. I
Hmm.
had a vision, it just didn't land.
I get it. Possibly, I mean, the Bullywog brothel would be something I would want to see personally, but never visit. So,
I mean, that's probably why I ended up working as a PI at some point because my one business venture where I put all my capital into some turd burglar blew it up.
yeah, pretty much.
You know what? I'm thinking of the Bollywog brothel, and I'm picturing like a stripper pole sort of asking, and one of them on a stripper pole, but then immediately their thing comes out, and they're just making that noise, but staring out into space,
Oh yeah.
and the guys are like crazy for it.
Well, you should
Oh,
see
see, I was
the
thinking more
mask
like
crawl that goes on it.
I
Like,
was thinking more like a pole that ended in a lily pad and they hop on top of the lily pad. That's what I was thinking of. But I mean, maybe they can do both.
Sounds like we're making a brothel here. Let's get to it.
Yeah, we got some bullywog options.
thank our players for
Next
today.
character.
Thank our viewers. You guys are awesome. Our players are amazing. You guys role played that out fantastic, and that was so much fun to execute. Make sure, viewers, if you're checking this out, check it out on YouTube, Spotify, and on Twitch at 6:45 on Tuesday nights. We'd like to thank you all, and we will see you next week. Like, follow, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon, guys. And enjoy the week.